Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about proteins. So this belongs to the biological department, but still, this is an important factor that is required for the growth of the body. So we'll study about protein today. What is protein? Proteins are large complex molecules that play many critical roles in the body. They're made up of long chains of amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. There are 20 different amino acids, and the sequence in which these amino acids are arranged determines the unique structure and function of each protein. Key functions of protein: structural support. Proteins like collagen provide structure and support to cells and tissues. Enzymes. Many proteins act as enzymes which catalyze biochemical reactions and are essential for metabolic processes. Transport and storage. Proteins such as hemoglobin transport oxygen in the blood, while others store important molecules. Regulatory functions. Hormonal proteins like insulin regulate various psychological processes. Defense mechanisms. Antibodies are proteins that help the immune system identify and neutralize foreign invaders like bacteria and viruses. Movement. Proteins are involved in muscle contraction and movement through actin and myosin. So these are just a few key components. We'll just go through each uh, all the six functions in a short summarized way. So structural support is like proteins like collagen. Now your skin is made up of thousands of millions of cells. Each cell has the protein. So these give the structure or the shape to your body. Enzymes. So like there are enzymes which take in toxins that are present in your body and then decompose it or remove it from your body. Transport and storage. Hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is present in the blood. As you know, that blood flows throughout your body. So the hemoglobin is responsible for the transport of oxygen throughout your body through the medium of blood. Regulatory functions. Insulin. So you know what insulin is. And defense mechanisms. Like antibodies, like if you are fighting against a virus or fever, these antibodies come into action and protect your body. Movement. These are like there are proteins like actin and myosin help in the movement of your cells, which leads in the movement of your body too. The structure of proteins: primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, quaternary structure. The unique sequence of amino acids and polypeptide chain is a primary structure. Local folding into structures such as alpha helices and beta pleated sheets due to hydrogen bonding. This is secondary structure. The overall three-dimensional shape of a single polypeptide chain formed by various interactions, including hydrogen bonds, disulfide bridges, and hydrophobic interactions. These are tertiary structures. Quaternary structures, the structure formed by multiple polypeptide chains coming together as seen in hemoglobin. So this is the structure of the primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary structures respectively. Importance of proteins: growth and maintenance. As I said, like protein is the most important factor required in the growth and maintenance for a living organism. Biochemical reactions. Enzymes accelerate chemical reactions necessary for life. Coordination and regulations. Hormones and other regulatory proteins control various psychological processes. You know that hormones are one of the most important cell organelle in your body, which sometimes, uh, let's say, your hormone decides your mood or your hormone decides how you react. So, in coordination regulation, of course, hormone plays a very vital role, which is, and you know that hormone is a type of protein. Immune response, as I said, that if you're fighting against a virus or you're having fever or you're physically not well, then the proteins play a crucial role in fighting against these viruses and act like antibodies. Percentage of protein: meat, like beef, chicken, pork. So typically raw lean meats contain 20 to 25% protein by weight. Fish and seafood usually contain about 20 to 25 protein by weight. Example, salmon, 25% protein when cooked. Dairy products varies widely with some high protein options. Greek yogurt, 10% protein. Cheese, 20 to 30% protein, approximately. And eggs, 12 to 14% of protein. Um, for like proteins come in a variety of food items, but people are restricted to vegetarian foods like vegan food and animal-based food. So whatever we saw earlier was the animal-based protein sources. What now we're gonna see are the plant-based protein sources. So legumes like beans, lentils, chickpeas, they contain about 20 to 25% of protein per weight. And nuts and seeds, these are one of the best and most nutritional ways of consuming proteins. Next, grains usually have lower protein content, around 8 to 15%. Vegetables generally lower in protein, typically less than 5%. Processed and processed and packaged foods, protein bars and shakes. These can vary greatly but are often formulated to be in high in protein, with some bars containing up to 30% or more protein by weight. So these processed food actually have a lot of protein percentage or a protein content, but uh, the byproducts or the processes or the ingredients that go inside these products are not very much good for health when consumed on a regular basis. So, on a regular basis, especially for athletes and for the people who go to gym, they do take the protein powders and use it in the milk, and they create this protein shake that they consume. But most of the people they prefer the plant-based proteins like legumes and nuts and seeds especially, and who can also opt for animal-based proteins. They usually prefer the red meat and eggs, which are high content proteins. There are meat analogs, like few people don't consume the animal based proteins, but there are certain food items which are not animal based proteins but have the texture and also the protein contents of the animal proteins, such as soybean and sausages and veggie burgers. So this is just a very short way or short gist of what proteins are. So thank you. That's it for this video.